You are now listening to the Mayor's Office, where your hosts Adriel and the Mayor talk about sports, music, life, and everything in between. Let's get started.
We got the board's good. The middle three here. Okay, hold on. Oh, you can hear it?
Like through the...
Yeah.
I like that though.
Oh, the gun. All right, we're gonna work on the gun. I want one that cocks.
Oh,
Look.
okay.
Hey, yo.
You want like a cock, then the shot, or just the cock?
Yeah,
or you want like a separate one, ones where it's just the
Nah. I want the whole
all
thing.
in one? Cool. All right.
And then what's this? Okay, we can rock with this for
And then
this.
any other ones you let me know. These ones are ones that we've already had on.
Okay.
That's assault, brother.
That's assault, brother.
Oh my god.
All right, cool. We good?
Yeah.
We live?
Oh man, I'm added. We haven't potted in a minute, and you got the sound.
And we got the board here for everybody.
Yo.
Okay.
Jeez.
Before I was manually inserting sound effects.
A lie?
I was
now
doing
you
the
can really
ghetto.
maybe we should do that as like we intro. You know, like
Yeah.
forward. Let's practice right now. I'll start talking, and you just
All right,
fucking
go.
fire
Give me
hornet.
some.
You know what it is? M.O.P. episode 18. Ooh, Mayor's Office podcast.
Chee.
We got Ralph in a goat shirt, so you already know some goat shit going on.
Yeah, I feel like Funk Flex. Yo, we need the flex bombs in this one.
The flex bombs. Yeah, when Ralph starts freestyling, flex bomb himself.
Yeah. You already know what it is. We in the cut. Don't give a fuck.
Mm-mm.
Oh man. All right. The Mayor's Office podcast, episode 18 for the people.
That's pretty crazy. Episode 18 is just like, I felt like we were just at episode 12.
Yeah.
So we're at a point now where they're coming fast and furious. Yeah.
We're legal in some countries. We're legally potting now. We're 18.
Yo, the fact that legal goes with our convo, crazy. My name is Adriel Smiley, aka Adriel Smiley Official, aka AdrielSmiley.com, aka the Podfather. We're gonna put Godfather to rest and go with Podfather. I'm gonna change my Twitter to that as well. We'll see how that goes.
I feel you. Chris, you want to introduce yourself real quick for the people?
Hey, yeah, I'm Chris, 1990 Studios owner, and we are here today on the Mayor's Office podcast. Big ups.
Cheese. And my name is Ralph, aka the Mayor, aka the Last Airbender, aka Peso Poppy.
That's what you need. You need like a
I was Googling it, but I didn't know how to type ay. So it was kind of difficult for me, bro.
What did you search to even start? Like where did you
I did AYE YAY, and it wasn't popping for me.
Yeah, I wonder what that does to your algorithm. That's a
What's like the second thing that comes up in that? You know, like the Google lists as you start typing?
Yo, that's a good question. Actually, I was on YouTube searching ay. And first thing I seen was this creature right here. So I don't know if it looks like I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you.
I don't even want to misrepresent that animal right there and offend anybody. So
yeah.
Just, you know,
we don't want to get me too'd or anything.
I feel like Aisha Curry shows up when you type in ay.
Don't fucking
so
kill me.
That's there.
Oh, you know what? Have you guys ever watched this cartoon show called The Wild Thornberries?
No.
Ooh, I've heard of it, but I can't even picture
So there's a
it.
kid and he talks like in gibberish. So I might use that. So he goes, that's how he talks, yo. So I'll probably pop that.
I know who kid you're talking
Yeah, and he
about.
looks wild. It's like this little wild kid. So
Donnie?
yeah, maybe that's him. Maybe that's him.
Yeah,
So,
I think I know it.
so I'll put that sound effect. I'll give it to Chris for the next episode.
Maybe too much editing for you, but putting him doing it like visually when you
Doing a little dance just on the table.
Yeah.
For the people. Yeah, I fuck with that. Let's rock.
Oh yeah, I like that.
But guys. Episode 17 was fantastic. We had a good time. You know what I mean? I was potting. Chris was potting. And we had DJ 47 come through the cover for Adriel. Adriel was out. He let us know we had to talk to his people that he had COVID. He's healthy now. We're all potting. I haven't seen a sniffle yet. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm COVID free. I'm hella negative right now. You know, fuck positivity. Hella negative right now. The fact I got COVID twice is pretty wild. Yeah, I don't know how that works, but I'm going away, so I'm going on a trip at the end of this week.
Jeez.
And that's what I was worried about. That's all I was thinking. I said, listen, if I can't leave the country because of this damn Panzerati, like I'm just not gonna.
The panoramic almost got you.
The pandemonium.
Yeah. So tell the people where you're going.
We're in Jamaica. All my Jamaican people. Reggae Sumfest. All my people are gonna be at Sumfest. I'm excited. Like that is gonna be something for real.
That's how you're feeling, eh? Are you Jamaican?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. You should be bringing up some of the family. Bring your little brother, man. Make him catch a dirty wine.
My brother has no issues with that. He's doing okay in that department.
Yeah.
But it's a work trip, so it's just me on my ones.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
It's a press trip, so I'm gonna have to somewhat be on my best behavior, obviously. But like, this is really gonna be like, we're going on. They're taking me on some excursions.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna be at the festival. There's a sound clash on the Thursday.
Yeah.
Going to the festival Friday, Saturday. So,
Chris, I don't think I want to see single Adriel in Jamaica on a free weekend doing a little work. He's gonna be working, but he's single Adriel in Jamaica.
You think you're working really?
Man, I'm gonna be living for everybody out there. That's all I could tell you.
Oh, man. Is there anything we should look out for when you're gonna be out there? Like, you got any big interviews or anything you're gonna be doing?
You know what? I'll share one. I'm talking to Beanie Man, so I don't know when that piece is gonna be coming out, but it's gonna be a written piece, so that's gonna be interesting. I got a couple interviews in the works that we're working on. I mentioned one of them to you.
Yeah, give us some names. I got the board here. Come on.
Shensia, we're trying to talk Shensia. So, you know, we're working on it. The people are giving us we're like at the 1 yard line. All we need is a confirmation.
Yeah.
Check out the coffee as well. That's one. But what I really want to talk to is Bears Hammond. You know, I'm trying to talk to the OGs. That's
I feel that.
You know, you learn from your old Jamaican uncles. Like that's
there you go.
I'm
Garfield. Yeah.
I said Garfield.
You have an uncle named Garfield?
Nah, but I know there's Garfields out there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's a Cleveland's. There's a lot of Cleveland's.
Everybody has an Uncle Peter.
Peter, jeez. And Peter's amazing at dominoes.
Oh, yeah, for sure. He's the one that slams the table.
For sure. You could hear the table slam and be like, that's a Peter.
Uncle Pete, you won again? 6 love? Bomba clot.
Now we're using the board for
that's big though. I'm happy you're gonna be going on a quick trip. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I'm definitely gonna be looking out for your interviews. I'm definitely gonna be looking out for the projects that you're gonna do. I know Chris is too. So shout outs to you. But a lot of things have been happening locally.
Matt, honestly, first of all, there's some things in this note that you mentioned that I didn't even really keep that happen like that.
Yeah.
But it's crazy outside. Like things are happening really in Toronto.
Fast,
like, no, it's pretty wild outside. Like, I thought to myself, for someone who isn't from Toronto, you know, people think of Toronto, whatever they think of Toronto.
Yeah. How
different do they think Toronto is from The Wire? Like, if someone were to say, what's the space from The Wire, you know? They probably think of The Wire as that's only happening in Canada. Now, Toronto, we're not going to go that far. You know what I'm saying? Mid-2000s Baltimore was a different beast. But it's going down, like, too many places.
It's hot, and not just the weather. You feel me?
The
Like,
wrong kind of hot, yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of shit going down. Like, I saw this past weekend, there was a shooting at Union State. Well, depending on when you listen to this podcast, but yeah, there's a shooting near Union Station. There's been somebody was lit on fire at like Kipling Station.
Yeah, I saw that. That's crazy.
A next woman was pushed off a train. Just multiple shootings. Even recently, there was that shooting at EFS, this club on King Street. For those of you who don't know where that is, but yeah, it's crazy. 2 people got shot. This female, this male. Unfortunately, the male succumbed to his injuries and he passed away. So prayers up to him. The female, she's been released from the hospital. So prayers to her and her road to recovery. But yo, bro, I wanted to go on a bit of a rant with these downtown clubs. Like, the security is very weak. If you come in with the right amount of money, and I've done this in the past personally, so I can speak from experience. If you give a security member like a right amount of money, you're getting into any fucking club downtown, damn near any club downtown, which is fucked up to say. There's been multiple times where I been in the club and because I was spending money or a friend of mine was spending a lot of money, they wouldn't even pat us down.
For sure.
I personally been to EFS and not gotten patted down. So, quick story before I even get on all the bullshit. Like, one of my friends, it's more of a friend's friend, but he works a good job, whatever, and he spends a lot of bread, like the times he wants to go out. So one time we all went to EFS and we didn't plan to go to EFS. We just planned to hang out at his condo. So I'm wearing sweats. I can't get into any club in sweats if I don't
Yeah.
have bread, right?
Yeah.
So I ended up getting in the EFS, not one pat down, nothing, just because he was spending money. So I can't imagine someone allowing like their
Wow.
friends, family,
Wow.
or homies or whatever just to come in
Mhm.
and not get patted down. It's actually like very disturbing that a female and male both died. Like, I mean, sorry, one person died.
Yeah.
I apologize. But anybody can get shot. Like anybody can. It doesn't matter where you are, whatever controlled environment you are. Like
Yeah.
anything can happen.
And that's the thing too, is like clubs like EFS is like you would think, okay, simple, pat down, like, you know,
Mhm.
1 + 1 = 2, like
Simple.
simple. And I think there's a part of Toronto where it's like accepted.
Yeah.
You know, like you're just like, nah, we straight. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Which I think is wrong. Like it should be like, all right, when you're going out, at least you can know that should be somewhat kind of safe. So now it's pretty sad. And too, like the thing you said about getting into places, like I went to an Adidas party a few years back.
Yeah.
And it was like one of those where like you get it through a text and you got to kind of secretly RSVP, one of those things. And I'm like, okay, like this, you don't really know who's coming to this. You know what I'm saying? Like this would be the party where you're like pat down.
Yeah.
And there was like a lot of celebrities there. Boy, everyone's walking in and out, this, that, whatever. Like people bringing their plus 40.
Plus 40.
I'm like, yo.
Fuck.
And it's like you just kind of like at least at our big age,
Yeah.
coming from Scarborough, you just can't assume it's gonna be some good nice time. Like,
No, 100%, bro.
You just can't assume that.
It's summertime, it's hot outside. Like people are on road. Like,
Mm.
you know what I mean? And that means like oppositions that they have, issues that they have, beef that they have with other people, you may be caught in the crossfire. Unfortunately, like be safe when you're in the streets in Toronto. I also wanted to bring up another point. My entire life, I felt uncomfortable on King Street, especially at night. As a black man, I just felt like I wasn't allowed to be in anywhere. I felt like I didn't belong. I felt like no matter how I dressed, no matter what I did,
They
like
said,
the spots weren't for me. The music it wasn't for me, and like the general energy and aura was not for me. You can feel when somewhere's not for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I always had an issue with King Street. Yo, if you're a person of color, any type of minority, support other spots if you can. If they feel like if you feel like they're supporting you, support those spots. Because the places that don't support you, they can't be taking our money anymore. Like I'm done with that.
Yeah, you can't be dying to go in a place that don't even want you in there. Like that's don't make no sense.
Can you imagine I got shot at a spot that I had to fight to get into, bro?
Yo, literally. That's why I didn't even want you in there. Like
it's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, nah. I think we gotta put an absolute end to that.
100%. So you guys, please, like listeners, take that in. Everybody be safe this summer for sure. We were gonna do the drink review, but we went to Tim Hortons. We tried to get the Red Bull drinks. There was no Red Bull drinks. Tim Hortons, what's going on, bro?
This goes with what I've been saying to y'all first episode 1. Tim Hortons is not it. I've been saying there's no like this just goes with the through line, like I've been saying. Like,
bro, I went to Tim Hortons. I was excited.
What are the Red Bull drinks anyway? I don't even know.
They're like these iced drinks that are like infused with Red Bull shots or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's supposed to be like power drinks or some shit like that.
Like the frozen drinks that they have.
Yeah, like a lemonade, like a
Yeah.
raspberry lemonade with Red Bull or some shit.
Huh?
it's not a bad idea, you know? Like, that's really not a bad idea. It's like a version of iced coffee.
Yeah. Shout out
You
to the
know?
Beebs Brew.
Yeah, exactly. They're going that. But like only what other company you know would have commercials, billboards, bus terminals littered with this new product, and it's nowhere to be found.
Bro, I could not find it. And I swear we talked about this like 2-3 days ago that we're going to drink it on the pod.
Wow.
I went to the Tim Hortons. I'm not trying to call out that specific Tim Hortons, but it's close to 1990 Studios. And these mans did not have it, bro. So I was upset. I was going to get one for Chris. I was going to get one for you, and we're all going to drink it. But
Nah, you know what? I like that you shouted them out. I think here's my plan, okay?
yeah.
Let's shout them out consistently
Okay.
until they hear about this and fix up. That's gonna be like our personal pod
We'll
goal.
tag them in our posts and
Yeah,
shit.
we know we've made it once. The Tim Hortons close to us
Yeah.
knows we're talking about them.
That's hilarious.
And then at that point, we're getting sponsored, and there's free ice caps for days.
Oh, that'd be
Exactly.
crazy. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's how you repair the relationship, folks.
And really, they can't even get upset. You're doing them a favor, right? It's just how do they want to take it in and listen, or do they want to just keep doing the same thing?
There you
Constructive
go.
criticism.
Yeah.
Don't want to make enemies of the Mayor's Office podcast.
Oh.
I like that. That's how you build the relationship. Break it down first.
You're gonna hear the gunshots and a black man saying that. It's gonna be like, oh, is that a threat? Oh man. All right. So guys. I wanted to add a new segment to the podcast. We're learning, we're growing as we go, right?
Mhm.
Fair enough to
Oh,
say.
yeah.
Yeah. So I may or may not have a girlfriend. This girlfriend may or may not live with me. This girlfriend may or may not work inside of our condominium.
Allegedly.
So because it's such a close proximity, we have a 1+1 condo. So she does her esthetician things and
Mhm.
whatever. This person, hypothetically, right?
Allegedly.
And I tend to overhear a lot of conversations
I'm so excited where this is going.
from a lot of clients, and I'm not going to name any names. I don't want to get her in trouble. Like, she does really good work. So, and her customers really like her.
It was Stephanie.
So from now on, we're just going to call this Tales from the Beauty Bar.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
It's a working
All right,
title,
all
but
right, all right.
I like it. I like it.
All right, cool. So Tales from the Beauty Bar. I am going to be telling you guys one story that I've encountered in between episodes of podcasting for you guys and the listeners. You ready?
Okay, I like that.
Cool. Sounds good. All right. So one client came in and said, "Hey girl, I have an issue with my man using Siri. Siri gives me the ick. A man that uses Siri is weak.
Super weak. I'm extremely weak.
What can we do out here, folks? We can't even use Siri?
No, but you know what I think the issue is? Like, you're allowed to not like certain things, but I feel like you just can't go overboard. Saying it gives you the ick is going too far.
That's
It's
ridiculous.
going too far.
But what do you not like Siri about? You don't like her voice?
No, she doesn't like the fact that I need to use Siri. As a man, I would need to use Siri to get a question completed or get a task done.
She just preferred like that you like type it into Google?
I guess so.
Without saying it out loud?
You're calling for help.
So because you're looking to be fast and be efficient with your time, that's a problem?
Look at the things that are a problem.
Wow.
Bro, I feel bad for my future
I
son,
did not even
man.
think you were gonna take it. This guy said, "Nah, sorry, we got to literally think about this. Like, Siri is an issue. Like,
Siri's an
Siri,
issue.
mind you, two things. Siri is, we're going in the future in technology. We're getting better, more efficient, more help.
Yes.
For you not to want more help,
No.
red flag.
Mail your
Toxic.
letters.
Two, Siri comes with every iPhone. Okay,
Every single
I'm
iPhone.
sure you don't want an Android man.
No.
So, what is the problem here? To me, I'm just thinking you're going too far. Okay.
Yeah.
See, listen, if Siri hurt you, maybe you have a thick accent, maybe your English isn't great. Whatever your problem is with Siri, I'm sure you could figure it out. But I think you not liking a man using Siri is backwards.
Just the fact that a man can say, "Hey Siri, can you do this for me?" You don't like that? Do you want me to manually type in my alarms?
Are you allowed to use, are you not allowed to use like Google Maps if you're going somewhere? Like,
No, that's different. That's
what's
not
the
a
hold-off?
woman talking back to you, I guess.
So if it's a male voice, is okay.
Maybe. I actually switched
Is
my
she
Siri.
threatened from the woman?
Maybe.
We don't know.
That's fuck, yo. Round of applause for that. Man. That's good from Chris, man. I like that.
That's a crazy person.
Imagine that. Imagine she's that clingy though. She's like, listen, you can't even talk to some AI woman. That'd be wild.
She shouldn't watch movies like Blade Runner.
Oh my god.
She'll get
Her.
pissed off. Her, like, yeah. Oh, that's the
man.
Joaquin Phoenix one? Yeah. She can't watch that shit, bro.
No.
I can't believe you really said that. So maybe you can't answer this, but
Yeah.
what was the response to this?
Oh, so from the alleged person?
Allegedly.
So every single time like a client says something out of pocket or wild, like she can't ruin the relationship with the client. So she just says, yeah, girl. He said, or here, this
Did
is the
she
next
have
one.
a go-to? Like you can tell when she's like giving her like that line where it's just like, okay, whatever.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yo.
When I hear that, then I know she's not agreeing with everything.
Yo, you got to use your wow that's crazy at a good time. You can't use it too early.
Yeah. You can't.
And not too often either. You gotta
You gotta
pick
mix
your
it.
points.
You gotta put in like 3 or 4, but like put some extra words in there from filler.
Yeah, it's a
you can fill it a
little
little
wow. Oh my god, that's crazy.
And you have to repeat a little bit of what the person just said.
Yeah. The last sentence.
Show
They
you're
really
listening.
said, yeah. See, I learned all of this, man. I learned all of this.
Ah.
But yeah, Tales from the Beauty Bar, man. Let us never use Siri as men. It makes us look weak.
You know what? For this woman who will not be named, I think it's a personal issue she has with one man. I think there's one man in her life who's either
He's just overusing Siri.
I don't even think he's overusing. I think they're just having issues, like maybe she's his girl but not his girl yet.
I feel that.
Or something like that, and she just trying to find something to be upset about. And she said, "Yeah, he be using Siri too much. That's his issue." Like,
if that's his issue, he sounds like a pretty good guy.
yeah, he sounds phenomenal.
He sounds great. He sounds organized as fuck.
Yeah.
That sounds like he has his life together.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
Man.
So that guy has his life together. He's using Siri.
Yes.
These next two gentlemen, maybe the grass isn't as green as we thought.
Yeah.
Can you tell the people?
Desus and Mero are breaking up. They had 4 seasons on Showtime. For anyone who doesn't know Desus and Mero are, they had a podcast for a long time. They're like, they're one of the ghosts of this whole podcast.
Yeah, man.
thing.
They're big, bro. They're big.
Yeah. From New York. So first things first, it says that they're separating because they're going to have separate endeavors, separate, stuff they're going to go into.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my question. Now, that could sound like cap to a lot of people, like myself. I'll say this. Myself, from being in this business for a long time, it sounds like cap to me.
Yeah.
If I don't hear an announcement in the next month, I'll say I'm going to be worried.
Like announcement that the breakup's happening or projects?
Announcement from their other projects.
Oh, okay.
And I want to see what those other projects are, because these guys were they were on late night and they were on often.
They're at the top of the game.
But they had so many breaks in their work. It was like, they're not on for 6 months. And then Showtime, okay, 6 months in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
like, what are the other projects? Do they really need to stop the show for the projects? That's why I think it's cap. I feel like they really just had something else happen.
Yeah.
And they might be doing other projects as well.
Yeah.
But this show is not, for me, like, you have to stop your other projects to do this show. You could do both and just alter your schedule kind of thing.
Yo, it's interesting. There's so many different dynamics. So they started this and they weren't rich or anything like that. They started this as probably just like a fun project. You know what I'm saying? Once money gets involved and fame and stuff like that, your views and things start to change. Maybe something may happen there. Allegedly, I don't know what their actual situation is, but we've seen this a lot. And then there's the other end of it where maybe they just creatively aren't connecting like they used to. We saw Key and Peele, one of the, I would say after Chappelle's show, when it comes to sketch comedy.
Yeah, they're right there.
Yeah, it's them, maybe SNL and Living Color. Yeah,
but that Mount Rushmore, they're on
that Mount Rushmore in a finite amount of seasons, 3 seasons. So for them to break up, and Keenan was starting to do more films, in terms of acting, and Jordan Peele was saying, "Yo, I want to get more in the executive and the director section of everything." That was okay. That was an amicable thing, and they you said it earlier. They came together and did a movie Keanu a few years ago, right? So that's okay. So I don't know, man. It kind of depends on where their actual relationship is.
Listen, I have a bunch of theories, but obviously I know nothing. So these are all theories.
Yeah.
This is my second theory. My second theory is that, and my guess would be Desus, because this is more his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But that he has another opportunity somewhere that he can't stay with the show.
Oh, okay.
And they can't do the show just one person, or that's not gonna work. Because that can happen as well.
Yeah.
Where it's it's not Joe Budden with Ice and Ish, but let's say for some reason you can't be around, but you want the show to continue.
Yeah.
Most people don't want to bring a guest in, and as well, their show is not one they could just bring someone in and say, all right, David Letterman is replacing Desus for the next, that is
Ebony and Ivory.
Yeah, Ebony and Ivory. That's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a lot, but here's the thing to me. I think the way that they try to flip it, as in we got new stuff coming, new endeavors, them doing their new endeavors separately, I think is what I'm really interested to see what that's really about, because I like what you mentioned about Key and Peele. They were together at Mad TV.
Yeah.
And they were the stars on that show, quote unquote. Anytime they did a skit, it was the funniest skit. So them doing Key and Peele made some kind of sense. They were all in sketches together. But even at that time, they still had separate stuff when they're at Mad TV together. So they kind of came in the game as their own entities and did their own thing. Well, to me, I would think if they're both going to step outside of Desus and Mero, they would do it together. But
that makes sense.
So I'm interested to see what the next thing is, because I haven't heard them talk about other stuff before.
Yeah.
I have no idea what they're into.
I always viewed them as a duo. You know what I'm saying? We talk about Key and Peele. Keenan had sketches by himself. You know what I mean? Jordan Peele had sketches by himself. You know what I'm saying? Other big duos, like we've seen them individually do their thing. Like we talked about Breakfast Club. Like Charlamagne can go and do a show. Like there was a show before Charlamagne even came, right? Angela Yee was super. She was actually probably arguably the biggest out of the three.
Yeah, in radio for sure.
In radio, right? And then that whole like quartet came together. So it's like it's interesting. Adriel, when you blow up, bro, just make sure you take us with you, bro.
Yo, no, I don't even know what to even call this, but I'm never gonna do what this is.
Bro, honestly, one thing I like about this podcast is the fact that we space out the time in between each recording, so it gives you enough time to go to Jamaica. You know what I mean? Like and like Chris is like super flexible with studio time and stuff like that. So like we could come and connect like way in advance.
Yeah.
I think that breeds an air of we can do other projects to its fullest degree and still say, you know what, every 2 weeks, like let's you know, sit down for the people.
Because Desus and Mero were every night at one point. And like I don't know
That's a lot,
I don't know if people know this, but like some of these late night shows, like you may watch like an hour, like call time is like 4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like call time is like 4.
And they're wrapping up at like 1, 2 o'clock.
And if you're a producer on that, you're probably pre-planning from 12-1. So it's like you're spending 12 hours a day with that same person.
Exactly.
So I feel like that probably is a part of it as well. But I think what you said about like having the separate things is huge. And I think about the Breakfast Club too, because like they were all kind of in their own markets. Like
Angela had lip service and etc.
Envy was doing albums. So it's like everyone's doing their own thing. It makes it different. But here's what I think. I think it's like a team concept. You know, we see like what's going on with NBA and all the teams moving around and not on the same page.
Yeah.
I feel like it depends what kind of page you're on.
100%.
Like when you think about the Joe Budden and Rory thing,
they weren't on the same page.
Rory and Mal, also Rory said he didn't want to pod at one point. You know what I'm saying? Even before that.
Yeah.
And it's like Joe Budden is like pod or die.
And Mal was always, I'm too cool for, like I'm not a potter. Yeah.
So it's like if you're on a team and you got the 15th man being like, yo, we going to dinner all the time.
Yeah.
We're doing a championship. You know, maybe one of them was like, yeah, I'm loving this 12-hour day. The other one's like, I want to see my wife, man. Like,
see, one thing I like that we did too, we never said, yo, this is a show together. Like we're doing a TV show together. We never said, we never at any point said, let's do another big project together and no, you're doing your thing and I respect that. I'm trying to build my thing. And Chris runs a fucking business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a little bit different on this side with that. Like knock on wood. I don't want no bullshit to happen. But like, for sure. I can definitely see that. And we've seen it so many times. Like you definitely have to look at the playbook of the people before you and make sure like you're all on the same page.
Especially because here's what I always see. I'm like, it's rare you're gonna have, at least in this business, the same job for a decade.
Impossible.
If you make it a decade, you're lucky, let alone 2, whatever.
Yeah.
And those guys were like basically a decade in just from before the showtime.
Long time, bro.
You know, up until where they were at. So I think about that and I'm just like, if everyone is on that same understanding, it's easier, you know? If you're here thinking, yo, me and Adriel gonna be potting until we're 70, and I'm here like...
Then you fucked up, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You're fucked up if you think that. But if everyone knows everything has its lifetime and we're trying to have this grow as much as we can do with it, as much as we both enjoy it. So I'm interested to see what it is.
That's a good point, actually. I used to watch a lot of Power. And at the beginning of Power, you know Ghost and you know Tommy, right? Ghost was trying to get out the game. Ghost is like, yo, but Tommy was like addicted to it. You know what I'm saying?
Tommy loved the game
and
crazy.
These guys were pushing like 40, 50, you know what I mean? Like they're getting up there in age. So it's like, yo, if you're hustling, what's the end game, bro? If you're hustling until you're 70, you're fucked. You're like, you're not thinking the right way. You know what I'm saying? You're thinking a fucked up way. You're thinking backwards, yo. You have to figure out, yo, what's my plan in the next 5, 10, etc. If you're doing the same thing constantly, you're doing something wrong, bro.
And I like the idea of everyone being on the same page because like when I used to really work at the radio station, like they knew that that's not where I wanted to be all the time. And I still do stuff with them, but I'm not like, 6 hours a day in there like I was 4 or 5 years ago. And so it's like, if that was their plan for me, and they're like, yo, listen, by the time you're 30, we want you to be here 12 hours a day. Then we would have had an issue, but there's not really issues when it's like, we both understand, So
100%.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely huge, man. Listen, prayers to both of those guys. I'm not saying they're past or nothing, but just prayers to their careers because they're you know.
Those are also two gentlemen that'll never get in a club at King Street if they don't know who they are.
For sure not. For sure. Yeah. Like the notoriety would do it for them, but if not, and their hat's a little too low,
get out of here.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Now, you know how you were saying, like, in entertainment especially, right? It's rare that, you know, someone's going to stay in that position for, like, you know, 10 years or a long time. You know, they're going to get new hosts other than, like, you know, Larry David. He was on forever. Stuff
Alex
like that.
Trebek, that's it.
Alex Trebek. But what about, like, I don't know. Do you guys listen to a lot of podcasts, right? Do you have any podcasts that you think it's, like, close to 10 years now? That's like still going strong and evolving. Like, do you think there's a space for that? If it's like, I listen to No Dunks. Well, they were the Basketball Jones at first. But they're definitely like 15 years at least now. Yeah. But I think that's part of it. Like they grew, like they were on TV for like 5 years.
Yeah, they're on NBA TV for a while.
You know what I'm saying? So now they do like a daily video podcast. Yeah. So it's like, I think
it's changing still. Like it's not the same type of content.
It's changing.
And it's not the same guys too. They kind of rotate.
They've added two guys. It's the same guy. They have added two extra guys. So I feel like if things can change enough, because if you look at it this way, Adam Sandler is making different movies now than movies he was making 15, 20 years ago. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's still basically him making a movie like how it's always been.
With a lot of the same crew.
You know what I'm saying? It's still him as the center of the whole
evolving,
movie.
He's adapting.
You know, but it's not, you know, Happy Gilmore. It's
I think that's key. Like you said a good point, Chris. Like you could do something for 10 years. But like, are you adapting? You could do the same thing. That's absolutely fine. But if you're not adapting with it, like the Basketball Jones, they started in Toronto, I think, right? And then they moved to like NY for a little bit. They're in Atlanta. Yeah, when NBA TV picked them up, I think that's when they went to Atlanta. And they kept evolving and growing and adjusting, bro. A lot of these people, they're not adjusting, right?
Adjusting is huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I think this is the last before we get into our shorty GloRilla. But this is kind of why I like this podcast so much and why I'm happy that we did this. Because for me, even though I'm extremely busy now and it's about to get way worse, my goal is to have things grow while I still grow personally. And have me still be able to live a life that I can enjoy while that's happening. And that's something that's like you obviously you want things to grow and succeed, but you don't want it to become where like I don't have no time for myself or I can't enjoy this or I can't do whatever it is. And it's like I thought that with No Dunks because those guys have families now. They're moving with their wives, you know, like so it's like, your wife could be, I like that you have a job where you talk, but like, you know, your wife is gonna still be like, I need to see you, fam. You know what I mean? So
for sure.
It's have the balance is always important.
Yeah, when you have the balance of work and fun, it's like you can't beat it, bro.
Yeah. Wow. Did you notice a big change in like how that show went, like personality wise, jokes wise, from like, you know, you said 15 years, like you think about that, you're a young guy 15 years later, like your whole, like does your audience grow with you?
You know what?
Bring on new audience? Or?
What I'll say with that, because they got super popular.
Yeah.
The only thing that I personally notice is the authenticity kind of dips a little bit because you build so many relationships with people that are in that field. So like what I noticed with Joe Budden, for example, the beginning was like the raw episodes.
Talking
like
crazy.
They'll say whatever the fuck comes on their mind, right? Yeah. But then you're in the industry, you're gonna develop relationships. So you want to talk shit about Neo, but
or Drake.
Or Drake, but you just were at a party with them last week.
You saw him,
and you're like, oh fuck, like this person's actually a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Exactly. So I can see that change with the bigger podcast.
Because that's gonna screw up what you're gonna say. It's gonna screw up what you're gonna say because you're always gonna think, I don't want to screw up this relationship. So you're literally in a podcast giving your opinions, but you're like kind of held at gunpoint. Yeah, in a sense.
Yeah, the album's ass, but you're like, oh yeah, it's great. Yeah.
No, it's okay. Maybe not for me. You know, that's like the industry line.
That's why I think the balance is important because like why I started doing what I did so young is because I was like, I'm just trying to be like involved and like established where it's like, I'm just here. Not like I'm a guest in the industry to say this or say that, you know? Yeah. Like as much as I don't want to offend someone else is not going to want to offend me. True. So we're both just going to have respect. Because I feel like at least with podcasting for sure, like celebrities and actors and all, like they're at a certain level where it's like, podcasters sometimes feel they can say whatever to them. Yeah. Or if they want to be friends with them, like you said, they're gonna not say whatever.
But shouldn't you be allowed? I feel like, I guess that's how it is, but like, I feel like it'd be better if you were able to just, you know, say what you wanted and have that respect from someone like, listen, I'm not gonna like all the stuff you do all the time. I'm gonna give my opinion because my job is to commentate on.
Chris, you're absolutely right. but niggas are emotional, bro.
People are emotional. Especially
We
these days.
need like
The older
we need
we
a drop
get.
for that. I don't know what drop goes
Oh
for
yeah,
that. We
you
need a drop
need
for
an
that.
emotional one
Niggas
for
are
sure.
emotional, bro.
No, they are.
No, for real.
And
Yeah.
that's the thing too, is like it could be your job, it could be something you're known for, speaking a certain
Mhm.
way, but it takes a certain type of person. Like, for example, I have like artists who text me and send me like the songs they're working on or album coming out, whatever, and I can text them and say, "This is not it, fam." Or I can text them and be like, "Yo, you should not be doing a song with them."
Yeah.
They'll take that way better in a text or a voice note or whatever than me saying it on here.
True.
You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
And they'll think
Yeah.
it's a slight.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
True.
it is like a kind of a version of a middle ground where it's like there are some things where I might say to you in a text and I might say the same thing on here,
Mhm.
but this one offended you. But when
Yeah.
I texted you the song is trash, you said appreciate you, bro. You know? So
Do you think because of your relationship that allows you to be able to kind of say it on here a little better? Like if you have a good relationship with the artist and you've already kind of said it,
yeah.
and they, whether they put the song out anyway, like do you feel more comfortable? Like you can kind of say,
I don't think that does anything. I think
Nah?
like you said people are emotional. Like, I think like that's like they'll be emotional just because
because they're
it was
optics.
public, you know,
Yeah.
like just because it's public they'll be emotional.
Mhm.
But like the whole goal for me at least is like to someone to know that I'm being honest, and whether I'm doing a review or just an interview, where it's like he not just saying that to be loud or he not just
Yeah.
saying that to whatever. Like he just thought the song was trash. You know, like it's not like he said the song was trash. Maybe Adriel actually hates so and so. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
I don't want that to be what you're
yeah,
thinking when I say the song's
yeah.
trash.
Yeah.
It's just like he thought the song was trash.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
But speaking of song is trash.
Uh,
Oh no, I'm playing. But our girl Glow is glowing.
Big glow.
Yo, I actually realized
Yeah.
before we start talking about her, shout out to GloRilla. Her real name is Gloria.
That's even
Gloria.
better. I love it.
So it fits.
That's cold.
But GloRilla's glowing up, man. She got the teeth fixed and everything like that. She's doing all types of things. She's getting some money. She got signed to Yo Gotti.
Gotti's, yeah.
Yeah. So shout outs to her. She actually came out with a song recently. You guys hear it?
No.
Ooh, fuck. We should have put that in the song review for
Yeah,
today.
maybe next time.
Yeah, next time we'll do it for sure. But yeah, GloRilla's glowing up out here.
Yeah, good for her. I like her.
Yeah,
I like her energy.
Yeah, you saw the clips of her signing the contract,
it did.
and they're like, she didn't even read that.
Ah.
There's some clips that's like she brought all her hood rat friends instead of her lawyer. Like,
Yo.
Do you think that was actually like that was probably for
Nah,
them?
it's for aesthetics.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I feel like that's been dotted and
We
crossed.
gotta
and
be
worked
on
out.
Shade Room today.
Yeah,
Like,
let's get some clout.
you know, speaking of that though, I've seen some people be doing more public, like signing a contract, like with like Zion did one, Dame did one.
yeah.
I feel like it's a weird optic to do that. Like, I would not like. No, maybe I'm different, but if I'm signing some big bread money, I'm not ready to post up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
maybe it's an opportunity to be like, yeah, like because she's with a label that's big, so
True.
opportunity. But I'm not trying to focus on the money part of it. I'm just like keep my pockets to myself.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
I would feel like it's almost different with like sports than like music, because I don't know why I always feel like the music industry is a little more shady than like the sports industry. Maybe not.
No,
but, like,
100%.
Yeah,
A
you
million
know,
percent,
like-
yeah.
like for them to like sign it, like, oh sure, it's just like a bit, like you always see that like the athlete who they're always like, especially when they're going to the States and they're playing like NCAA, it's like
Yeah.
a big thing on what school they're gonna go to, which isn't like sign a contract. But
I
it's
love
like,
seeing that.
right?
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to see that, and you're like, oh cool, that's where they end up, or like someone getting paid after. But like I don't know, in music maybe it's
I
just
think he's right though, because like I think I'm wrong in what I'm thinking, because in music you want the like extra buzz.
yeah.
Like if you're dropping an album, whatever, every bit of buzz helps.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like that's part of the buzz. As an NBA player, like what buzz do you need? Like just hoop or don't hoop. You know, like
Yeah, that's
you're
facts,
good or
that's
bad,
facts.
and then they're just
Yeah.
hyped to see you finally win and get paid.
But yo, you young niggas, read your contracts, bro.
yeah.
You sign your contract, you flip the sheet, it just says 360 on it, and you're fucked,
Yo, that's the thing too, is like she's the newest on the label. We basically saw her get to, like I'm saying, she's like internet
Yeah.
sensation to signing to, and he makes like these dude successes. So I'm trying to see what Yo Gotti does with her, how
Yeah.
big he can make her, how good she actually is, all that kind of stuff. But here's the thing, I think I just don't want to hear no bad contract news.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to hear a year from now GloRilla talking about, yeah, I was in a 720. Like
720 is nuts.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to hear none of that. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Yo Gotti's preaching independence, everything. Like,
Yeah.
Hope it's a good deal.
For sure. Next thing we see here, NBA Youngboy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people probably been seeing his court case recently. He beat his gun charge. So shout outs to NBA
Congrats.
Youngboy. And he scheduled a tour like right after, bro. This man is not wasting time. I think he released a song and it did some crazy numbers the other day too, as soon as he got out. So
Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see that he released a tour. Who's he going on tour with?
I have no idea, but like I saw he's planning to go on tour.
Oh, okay, he hasn't actually announced it yet.
Yeah, he hasn't announced the tours yet. So yeah, shout out to NBA Youngboy.
Yeah, it says his first tour date will be back in Chicago. So
Okay.
Chicago, but I think an NBA Youngboy tour is gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Like I don't know if I'm gonna get tickets to that just because of that demographic.
a lot of wife beaters in there. Not people, like the shirts.
Yeah.
The shirts.
Yeah.
The road to get canceled.
Yo, literally. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a hype concert though, because like he's been on house arrest for it feels like forever.
Yeah.
And he's been doing crazy numbers for it feels like forever. So I think he should bring someone real hype on his tour. Like I feel like him alone obviously could do some numbers, but bring someone from
one more person.
From a different section of the culture, you know?
Yeah.
Like him and the baby, I think would be cool sonically.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the same, you know.
Nah, a
apparel.
female would be good on that. Like an R&B singer, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
Because
Who would you pair with then?
With Youngboy, I don't know.
Here's what I was getting to. I think he has a problem because he's so popular that like you getting someone like more popular than him probably won't on tour with him because he hasn't toured in so long.
Yes.
But also someone who's like not on the level is like, are they giving them too much of a like Summer Walker? I think would be a good one.
Oh, that's a nice.
That would be a hard one.
That she would
I like
be
that.
gang.
I like that.
I would like that.
That's a dope one.
That's a good
So-
call.
I think they would fit too. Yeah, they would fit.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, smoking blunts backstage. Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
Summer Walker would be a good one because I thought of the Jack Harlow City Girls tour.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can get your fix between Jack Harlow and City Girls. Like,
yeah. But yo, performing, is Summer Walker like on point? I keep hearing things, man.
yeah, I hear things too. I hear mix. I hear sometimes it's blessed and sometimes it's a little.
But
iffy.
yo, okay, so here's the thing. You're gonna have Summer Walker perform in front of NBA Youngboy's fans, right?
Mhm.
That's gonna be interesting how they're gonna like react to that. Yo, these are mans that wanna,
Are we comparing like music or is it just like because her personality?
I think our personalities would fit. Like I feel like they can
Yeah.
hang out backstage and
Yeah.
like be cool with each other.
Definitely.
But I don't know if their fan bases would fit.
But here's why I like it though, because Summer Walker's fans show up. So
They show up.
it would be like half Summer. You know what I'm saying? Like it would be
Oh, but
regardless.
fam, there's gonna be like a fucking 4'11" girl that's there for Summer Walker, and then NBA Youngboy
Yeah.
fans start going
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh.
That girl's gonna get trampled, fam.
You're gonna see a lot of babies being made, families being started at the
Yeah.
Summer Walker and the
my
Youngboy
God.
concert.
Yo, raw dogging at the
Yeah,
NBA Youngboy
I feel like that's Rock Dog concert.
Oh
Like,
man, we're
Some
definitely getting
wild
canceled.
couples coming out of that one.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like you're gonna
You
see.
can meet your next person there for sure.
I feel like there's a lot of face tattoos there. I'm not looking for a face tattoo shorty per se,
Okay,
but
they're looking for you.
listen, of all concerts I go to find my wife, that's not the one I would think of.
Yo, speaking of which, you're going to Jamaica, man.
Yes.
Just be careful, man. They might, there might be a one girl that's like, ooh, trying to fly back up with the boy.
Yo, listen, I'm flying back solo. No one's getting no green cards for me. I said when I go there, I'm trying to stay low key. Like I might just be one chain in it, no Air Forces, no J's.
You're gonna get Titty Boy mad, man.
Bro, I'm wearing New
Copyright.
Balance.
Hopefully they didn't hear the earlier pods where, Ralph was telling everyone you're rich.
Oh, yeah, facts.
You gotta get that sound effect.
No,
on this.
I'm keeping some. I'm wearing dad shoes, New Balance. Like I'm keeping it.
Yeah, low profile. I
You
feel
know what I'm saying?
Straight
Like-
barbecue gear.
Exactly.
So last episode you weren't here.
Mhm.
You're a big music guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The XXL freshman cover came out a few weeks back. The list came out. I don't know if they did the freestyles and all that shit yet, but anyway, I sat down with DJ 47 and Chris and I asked them who they knew from this list. So I'm gonna quickly talk to you, the music guy, and you tell me who you know from this list. You ready?
Okay.
All right, cool. Cochise.
Cochise, yes.
Cochise, that's how you pronounce it?
Yeah, Cochise.
Wow, see how that's how you know I was fucking up last episode. Cochise. All right, so you got that. Saucy Santana.
No.
You don't know Saucy Santana?
I know the name, but I couldn't tell you what they sound like,
Okay.
song, how they identify, nothing.
Okay. Babyface Ray.
Yes.
Ken the Man. Sofago.
Yes.
Big Scar.
No.
Big 30.
Yes.
KC.
Yes.
Dochi.
Yes.
Cali.
No.
Nardo Wick. And Baby Tron. Ooh. That's less than I thought, to be honest.
Listen.
Is this a case of you getting old?
No, 100%. I'm getting ancient. And as well, like, most of these people, I know their name or what they look like, but I could not tell you a song from them.
Oh, okay.
Like,
enough.
Cochise and Nardo are probably the two, and Babyface.
Okay.
That I would be like, okay, I know some songs with them in it.
Yeah.
But like, it's what's crazy. We all know the time when the XXL list, like, that was appointment viewing.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder, was it like this for the people who were older then? Were they like, who the hell's Nipsey Hussle? You know what I'm saying? Was it like, because I feel like it wasn't. I feel like even the older crowd knew, because at least the last few years, this list hasn't like turned out that many like big stars.
Yeah.
At least in the past, XXL was like
2016 was probably the last like superstar year when it was
Yeah.
like 21 Savage and them boys.
Yeah,
Lil
Uzi. Yeah.
Denzel Curry.
Was Kodak on that one too?
Kodak Black.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that was a big year.
I feel like the XL freshman list, you could just kind of pencil in the stars for the next 5 years, whether it's immediate, whether it's longevity. Like, even Iggy Azalea was on the list, even though she didn't last. She
had some big records.
She got to a big B.O.B. was on the list. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's not a long career, you at least see them
some
blow
staying
up.
power. Yeah. A big
like,
song. Yo, let's be honest with B.O.B. His one song, Airplanes, is probably bigger than a lot of these niggas out here.
And the
bro.
other one, Nothing on You.
Yeah. Oh, Nothing on You was big too. Yeah. That shit was blasting.
And I'm sure he has more.
He probably does. Yeah.
But there's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, for the last few years of the list, it's like, I don't even feel bad for not knowing, because they're not.
It's getting more obscure. And I'm not into the SoundCloud like era. Like, it was kind of outside of my era in terms of like finding an artist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was never big on SoundCloud, although you guys can listen to us on SoundCloud. But I was never big like to just listen on SoundCloud. Like, we kind of grew up either it went to I had a Walkman, but it was CDs to MP3s to Spotify and stuff. I'm not in that era.
I tapped into SoundCloud, but
tapped in?
Yeah. But I was DJing, so I was putting mixes on there.
There you go.
And SoundCloud got popping, and then but with that whole like the SoundCloud rapper like kind of genre, let's say, there was a lot of oversaturation where at first, you find like some random person, oh, it's cool because it's new, so different.
Yeah.
But then it just kind of got washed so quickly. Do you think do you think there's like, because you were mentioning like when like Nipsey Hussle, Wiz Khalifa and whatnot, like were the older heads thinking what we're thinking now with these ones, do you think it's because like the sounds like so far just changed so much? Like, I don't know, like
you can go first.
I just feel like these guys are just not those guys.
Yeah.
Like, someone like Uzi comes from that SoundCloud sound.
Yeah.
He's from that era. Even Travis Scott, to some degree, like, from that SoundCloud era. Like, there's still stars and people who are talented from that time.
Yeah.
But I just feel like these dudes are not that. Like, even Denzel Curry. Denzel Curry is probably bigger now than he's ever been.
Yeah.
But he was still good enough to get on the list
Yeah.
at that time, regardless if he wasn't that big then. Even 21 Savage. 21 Savage, no one thought he would get to where he is now. But you just saw the talent, whatever it was, that he got on the list.
For sure.
I feel like the dudes on this list is like, regardless of sound, because there are dudes who are bigger with the sound. Like Cochise, I would say, is one of the biggest.
Yeah.
With the sound, and Yeet as well. But I don't know. Is there some? My question is to y'all, like, is there someone that I'm missing that should be on the list?
I was gonna get to that for sure, but I was just gonna answer Chris's question real quick. I think whoever the old is at that time, well, now it's like us for this generation, right? Or we're getting there. I think it's the technology that they have access to, because like even when it came to the Nipsey Hussle era, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and whatever, like they blew up because of YouTube, really, right?
The internet, yeah.
And those guys are all still rapping.
And they're also rapping for sure. But the old heads then, they weren't going on YouTube for music.
Nah,
that's true.
You know what I mean?
Like
so,
LimeWire stuff.
LimeWire and all that. They probably, some of them weren't even going on LimeWire.
Still
like
buying
that.
CDs.
CDs, exactly, right? And then like when Kendrick and those guys first came out, that was MP3 era. So it's like sometimes the tech is past like the old head at that time.
I also think too, that was a cosign era.
That was a cosign era.
If I think about like some of my old heads at that time, like they knew of J. Cole because of Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And they might not have known all the tracks that I knew, but they're like, yo, that's Jay-Z's, man. Like, same
That's
with
true.
Same with Kendrick and Dre. Like, there was like, I might know your name because you're associated with this person or you're on. And also, too, I think like now there's just so much music out. Like, these dudes could have songs with big artists and you have no idea, you know?
Yeah.
Back in the day, if you're like an up-and-coming artist and you get on like a Young Jeezy or whoever, like everyone is like, oh shit, like this is some new dude on this Jay-Z song, some new dude on this.
We're in the
Lil Wayne
sample
song.
era for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, I feel like it's...
I think that's because of drill though. Drill music like kind of opened the door now for this generation. And,
For sampling?
For sampling, like
Yeah.
heavy sampling. Like you're
Yeah.
starting to see like samples from fucking. I seen a man sample Celine Dion the other day, bro.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
wild.
so I don't know.
Yeah, tell me. Like,
Who's missing? I personally wanted a Canadian on there. I felt like Smiley had a big track last year.
True. Wasn't Smiley on last year or sometime?
No, he wasn't.
No.
He wasn't on it.
never made it?
No.
Yeah. We didn't have enough like bandwidth. That was we recorded the day that Rogers was down,
Yeah.
so we couldn't really
yeah.
go on Google. But Aleem didn't really agree with me as much. DJ 47, but I know Chris wanted to have time that day to like Google and see if there was somebody he missed. But I felt like Smiley had a big track with Drake, and he had the Drake cosign. He hasn't really done much since. Like he had the album, I think, that dropped.
Yeah, he had that. Yeah, he had the album. He had a couple good features on that. 4-2 Doug.
Yeah. So I apologize. He has dropped something, but I feel like he deserved it at that time.
Here's what my thing. I feel like the requirements is not that high. Like,
No, you need one record.
the fact that we don't know like half of these people
Yeah.
is like requirements is not that high, and as well, like the whole point is to like not like forget about right now. The whole point is you're trying to guess the future. Yeah, who had a hot year or whatever.
You're trying to guess the future.
You're trying to see who's coming
Good
up.
point.
So I feel like who is there a young person who we think is going to be like a future star that like, you know what I'm saying, like, because I can't think of like the last time like new people have come in as like stars.
Do they exclude R&B? Is this straight rap?
I think I think it's just rap.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I was gonna say Chloe, but
Chloe's past.
she's
this.
past. No, has an individual artist? No.
Oh, the individual artist, no. Yeah.
Her and her sister for sure. But yeah, if it's just I don't know. There's
Yeah, I'm
not a
like,
lot of like new people that I'm like, yo,
Yeah, there's no new rapper that I'm like,
this person needs to be on
this
there.
is gonna
you know what I
be-
mean?
yeah.
I agree.
So it's like, yeah. And I just feel, and the other thing too, I think that they miss as well is getting like non-American. I know they're American like publication, but I feel like if they included UK rappers,
They should.
like
yeah.
Digga D would have been someone who should have
For
been on
sure,
the, you know what I'm
for
saying,
sure.
someone like that. Because like they may not be as big in America, but Digga D has become more of a star than anyone in the past how many years?
Yeah, and there's a lot of like Afrobeats rappers that they can definitely pull
Unknown
from.
T would have been going too. Yeah, like so I feel like that's probably where they got to go next. Is
Yeah.
just like
That's a good point. Have they ever had? I'm trying to.
No, it's been straight Americans
Yeah.
from my knowledge, bro.
yeah, include Afrobeat, include UK rap.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. We're gonna get to Homeboy later, but they would have like way more like actual stars in the making than no offense to these guys, but like I'm just rating these guys off of the past few years.
Yeah, for sure.
When it's like
For sure. Like Dave should have been on.
yeah, you know what I
At
mean.
some
Like,
point, he's bigger than a lot of mans that were probably came out the same year.
you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
All right. So speaking of UK rappers, all right, guys, I need you guys to do something for me. I need a favor. So
Mhm.
pretty much, there's this artist that is in the UK. His name's Central C. You guys heard of Central C?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
No.
No? All right, cool. So he's pretty popular. You know what I'm saying? He just performed at Wireless the other day, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Like-
you probably heard his like big track.
Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much Central C, he has this unreleased song. I don't know, it might be released by the time everybody hears this, but it's called Doja. And it's blowing up on TikTok because this is the opening for this song is the most cancelable. I don't even know if that's a word. Cancelable chorus, verse, everything that I've ever heard. You know what I'm saying? So I need you guys to tell me something. As I recite these lyrics, tell me where I should get canceled and I'll stop. And then I'll continue, okay? You guys ready? So the song, as I said, is called Doja. So it starts like this. How can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay.
Close. It gives some of the Drake line where he's like, "Girl, lesbian, me too."
Okay.
A little bit of that.
Hit man in the top. Trying to see a man topless. Even the stick is gay.
Again, questionable.
Hugging my brothers and say that I love them, but I don't swing that way.
Okay, that's not cancelable.
You just tell him how he feels.
The man them celebrate Eid. The trap still running on Christmas Day.
I'm not up on my Eid knowledge, so I feel like that one will have to be TBD. But I feel like that one might be a little.
So how you guys feel about that's the whole chorus? I have a couple more bars, but how you guys feel about the chorus so far?
That's the chorus of the song.
Yeah.
What?
That's a wild chorus.
Somebody tell Doja Cat, I'm trying to indulge in that. In my gray track suit, see the bulge in that.
Canceled. That line canceled.
Yeah, that's too far.
That line is get canceled for sure.
See the motion clap when you're throwing it back. These females plan on doing me wrong, so I'm grabbing a dome out the Trojan pack.
Honestly, I fuck with this whole chorus, man. I like that. I like that he's leaning into it, man.
Listen, I like the last part because I'm all about safe sex.
Yeah,
So,
that's good.
You know what I'm saying? Grab the condom out the Trojan pack. I don't really love Trojan specifically, but we promote safe sex. So that line I like. Other than that, this is a little iffy.
Yo, for your first bar to be, how can I be homophobic? My bitch is gay. That's getting there for this generation, bro.
Hilarious though.
It's funny as fuck.
Hilarious.
But here's what I think is so funny because I think that it's cancelable because it's like there's so much problems with that in the first place. But I'm like, the people who are doing the canceling are the letter folk. So
Letter folk.
Yes.
Oh, man, that's funny.
The letters. So I don't know how many letters are listening to Central C. That's one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Two. The whole point is he's trying to say he's not homophobic.
Yeah.
I don't know if that comes across in his lines.
Yeah.
But to start off being like, I'm not homophobic, I'm with y'all. I think the letters would love that. So
I feel like he's doing it in a way to like, but like as long like just to make sure like his like boys know like he's like still like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm afraid of getting canceled.
Well, Chris, I'm gonna hug you, but I don't swing that way.
Oh, well, that's fine.
Okay, there you go.
I mean,
all right.
I mean, we could still hug, I guess, if you did, but
I don't swing
need
that
I need
way.
someone else in the room.
Okay.
That's a joke.
And Chris can't be homophobic. It's
No.
crazy. All right. So that's Central C. It's actually popping off on TikTok, so I can't wait
What's the name of the song?
It's called Doja.
Yeah,
But I don't know if it's out yet. You could check that.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. Hopefully, I can save it. Find it on the interwebs.
All right.
Oh,
So
not out yet.
it's not out yet. Okay. I think the music video is coming out July 21st. So maybe he's releasing the song that day too. So it'll be out when you guys listen to this podcast. I went to the movie theater. I ended up watching Thor: Love and Thunder.
Mhm.
I have a semi-hot take. Marvel, the MCU, they're on fire. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They were killing it up to Endgame. You know what I mean? Plans. They had all these things like Infinity War, Endgame, making a bag of money. But the projects have been going downhill ever since.
Ooh.
I feel not like terrible, like C-list movies or anything like that,
Just
but the
okay.
quality is just meh. I have so much hype
Mm.
when
For
I
the
hear about
MCU.
and then when I see these movies, I'm not hyped anymore. You know what I mean? I lose my hype. Like a lot of forced jokes, a lot of stuff like that. Phase 4 has been mid to me.
Mhm.
I need them to step up their game because right now I watched Thor: Love and Thunder and it wasn't what I wanted it to be, bro.
It's crazy you said this because at work yesterday they were having this like same talk,
Yeah.
and this is how you know the bars are low. They're like, "Yeah, Thor was whatever, but at least it was better than Doctor Strange." And I'm like,
That's how low the bar is for everybody.
and then the man said, "This is better than Eternals," and I said,
God
I
damn.
said, actually, brought up Eternals lets me know that we're in a tough place because the last Thor was actually like when it was a come up.
The last
You
Thor was
know?
really good. Yeah.
So it was like, oh, like Thor's getting like if Thor can be a series on the level of the other shit, then it's like we're really talking. So I'm sad to hear that and to hear you confirm it because the guys at work, I don't really talk to them like that. I'm just
Yeah, they're not with the cause.
Yes,
Okay.
precisely. Yeah, they like their chicken a little different than we do.
Mm.
But to hear you confirm it, it's like
yeah.
okay, they're really falling off. I was excited for Phase 4, honestly. Like I was like, I'm like, yo, the way Endgame ended, like
What's next?
you know what I'm saying? So I'm really disappointed. The fact, like, I like the show still. The shows are still
some of the
decent.
shows are they're okay.
No, they're good. They're not the level of what we've been accustomed to with the movies.
Yeah, for sure.
But they're good.
Okay.
But I wanted, like, I was thinking this way. I'm like, if the shows are this good, then the movie's got to be
top level.
Because I would think the shows might not be as good. Right now, the shows are basically on par or better than the movies. So that's not a good spot to be in.
Yeah, bro. I hope and I pray. I know San Diego Comic-Con's coming up. I hope they announce some like Fantastic Four, X-Men shit. I'm just a nerd at heart, so I want to see the best for these projects, but it's not hitting me right now. I feel like they're putting out too much things too. That's another thing. We used to get like 1 or 2 movies a year.
Yeah, they're too spread out.
Yeah, now there's like 4 movies a year, bro. Like I watched Doctor Strange. Okay, in the last 6 months, I watched Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Thor.
That's like
and then
a lot.
Wakanda Forever is coming out in like 2 months. So like I'm not feeling like the constant projects. You know what I mean? Take your time with your projects, bro. We're not going anywhere, fam. I'll knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on wood. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed because I was hyped.
Did you watch Thor or no?
I haven't seen Thor, but you're like, I'm more interested in seeing Nope. Nope, like,
yeah.
If I want to put in order, Nope, Minions,
then Thor. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Nope looks good, bro. Nope looks good.
Yo, Nope looks real good. I'm kind of upset that I'm gonna be away. Hopefully, I can find a way to watch it in Jamaica.
Watch it on Tuesday.
Oh, true.
Yeah, just watch it on Tuesday.
Forgetting who I am
Yeah.
still. Yeah.
There you go,
Yeah, watch it on Tuesday. But it looks good, man. Like I think with Get Out, that was a crazy way for Appeal to come in.
Yeah, Us was solid.
But I think that Nope is kind of gonna strike that middle ground that can please more people because I feel like he has people split. I think a lot of people are anti-hype. You know, if someone's too hyped, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
And I think that's what people are kind of low on Jordan a little bit because of that.
Yeah.
I think he's still obviously a legend and does great work.
Yeah,
but I think people are a little low on him because the hype is too much. I think this will be like, okay, I'm back in my
he
head.
has it. Yeah. That's true. So I want to see how it goes. I know a lot of people were kind of mixed on Us. I personally liked it. I liked the twist and everything.
Yeah.
But Get Out is like I watched The Shop with LeBron James and Daniel Kaluuya was on it, and he's like, "Yo, the only perfect script that I've ever gotten in my life was Get Out."
Yeah, when he said that, I was like.
So then when I heard that, he's like, "Yo, it's the guy from Key and Peele. Like, what the hell? Like, I didn't know what to expect." So when I saw that, I'm like, "Okay, you know what? Jordan Peele is something special. He's had some projects. I know he did like a Twilight Zone remake, and I saw a couple episodes. I wasn't saying too much, but I'm excited for this. And my boy from Walking Dead, Stephen Ewan, he's in it, and Keke Palmer, man, Keke Palmer's getting work in this.
This looks like a real cast. I'm excited for what he's doing because I remember when before he like put out Get Out and he left Key and Peele at the time in between. I forget it was, but he did a talk talking about like what he wanted to do with movies, and he kept saying horror. He's like, yo, like I'm trying to change the way people look at horror. Black people in horror films. Yeah. And they're all, and I'm not a big horror film guy. I feel like most of the time the plots are like, iffy and it's just
but his are different. Get Out, I was engaged like the whole time. And it's good on the rewatch too.
It's good on the rewatch too. And as well, like it doesn't feel like a horror movie in the same way. Like you might be scared at certain points, but you just feel like you're in a normal movie. Horror movies is all of a sudden it's like everything's dark, the world ended.
It's monster blah in your face.
Like, like in Get Out, like the dude has a normal job at the airport. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's still like these are stakes. So I feel like he's doing what he said he wanted to do. So I'm excited for this one because this fits more of a lot of what he said in that talk.
100%. Yeah. I'm looking forward to watch that. I will watch it, but I won't spoil it for you.
Yeah,
and we'll talk about it on the next episode.
Please.
We're gonna be in some tricky times. Caravana is gonna be coming up, so I know you're gonna be out there winding up your waist because it's gonna be warm from Jamaica. So when you get up here, you're gonna be full rev. I know Chris is gonna be going crazy at Caravana.
Chris, what's your Caravana protocol?
Man, I've been to Caravana since like 2014.
Damn.
Okay.
It's been a long time. I've only been like once.
Oh yeah,
it was fun though. It was fun. I go back.
All right, cool.
Yeah, Caravana. We'll see. I'm sure we'll have plenty of stories for that.
We'll save it for the Patreon.
That's the last weekend of July, right?
Yes.
Yeah, me and my wife talked about. I got a DJ gig that weekend.
That's
in
big.
Like 4 years.
Yeah.
What's your DJ name, Chris?
Stax Edwards.
Yo, I might
You
never
want-
call you Chris again.
Yo, you know what's funny? It's my producer name too, so you can find my beats online. But it's funny. I was having a conversation with someone because no one ever calls me that anymore.
Yeah.
But the phase, like probably like 2012 to like 2016, when I was like DJing, had a residency in Oshawa, playing like the college bar and shit. It's funny because there were people who be like, "Oh, Stacks," like they never called me my first name just because they only knew me from DJing and being at the club. And like now, no one calls me that. And I'm like, I was like a whole like era of my life. I was like a different person, you know?
Shit.
No, you're Stacks again for sure.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Yo, can you guess where that's from?
No.
You had a lot of paper.
I'd like to think. No, it's oh my god, Samuel L. Jackson's character from the Goodfellas.
Goodfellas. Okay.
Yeah, he had a real small part in it, but I'm like a big Samuel L. Jackson fan.
Stacks. I like Stacks. I like Stacks.
He got killed in it, unfortunately, but
Hey,
he
man.
fell asleep at the truck.
He left a lasting impression on you.
Clearly,
Yeah.
no, he lives on.
He did.
lives on.
He did.
So this has been episode 18 of the Mayor's Office podcast with the mayor, AdrielSmiley.com, and DJ Stacks.
Oh, geez.
Stacks Edwards.
Jeez. Stacks Edwards. So wait, DJ Stacks Edwards?
Nah, just Stacks Edwards, man.
Just
Drop the
Stacks
DJ.
I like DJ names that don't have DJ in them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
no,
that's
no.
hard. That's
I had to let people know like I'm not just a DJ. I produce too. So
Talk
I had
to him.
cut the DJ out. You know.
Talk to him.
Okay.
Jeez.
Stacks Edwards.
That's
I
cool.
rock with it. So we got the non-rap suggestion of the week. This song was on Adriel's favorite artist album, Wasteland. I listened to the song way before the Wasteland came out, but it's Gravity by Brent Faiyaz featuring Tyler, the Creator. Fuck with that track, been fucking with it heavy. Yo, we missed your take on Wasteland real quick for the people.
Oh yeah, I liked it. I thought he could have put some different songs on there that I just heard that he doesn't have on there,
Yes.
but I liked it.
Okay, cool. And your non-rap suggestion of the week?
Ari Lennox, Static. Ari Lennox is, one of the queens. Static is from her last album, so it's a few years old, but if you feel something for someone, Static is a song for you for sure.
There you go. And I know you got a creator showcase.
Yeah, I was happy that you gave me the ring this week because
It's 50-50, dog.
Yeah, no, I'm happy you did because I had this creator in mind and they actually just won an award, so this fits perfectly.
Perfect.
Fly Safe Studios, a movie television studio. Menela King is kind of the man over there. He directed their latest film, It's You, and they won Best Comedy at the Independent Black Filmmakers Film Festival. So big shout out to them. Matthew Worku, I always want to call him Matthias Hayes. He used to rap. I'm saying used to because I kept asking this guy to rap and he keeps just acting and doing poetry and being in movies and shit like that. But he is one of the stars in it. So yeah, they got a talented team over there. They have a new film, Paired, out right now, or the trailer's out right now. So listen, anyone's trying to get into film, young Black people in film, in Toronto, what's happening? Fly Safe Studios.
There you go.
Oh yeah, we like that. Happy we got that now.
Yeah.
Now we've arrived.
Yeah.
It's a new era.
We're growing and developing, like we said earlier. Yeah.
We linked, we built, and now we're growing.
We linked,
We built. There you go. We're like Legos, yo. We're podcast Legos. All right, guys. Shout outs to the listeners. Shout outs to the watchers. Episode 18. Adriel Smiley Official. Ralph, aka the Mayor. Stack Edwards. All at 1990 Studios. Adriel, talk to the people. Close it out.
Listen, please make sure you get your life together and subscribe to us. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and leave us a rating and a review. If you want to see the Mayor's Office podcast go up the rankings in any way, shape, or form. 5 stars, not a single star less. Keep the 4 stars to yourself, please and thank you. And of course, until next time, know yourself, know your worth.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Oh, shit.
Thanks for listening to this episode. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, and anywhere else you can play podcasts.